Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new episode of PancakeTalks. Here with
Hello
me
everyone.
there is my partner in crime, Aniceto here, as you always see there. Hey Annie, how you doing?
Hello
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
I am Aosie. I am
Well,
the developer ambassador of PancakeSwap.
you wanted to say it super loud, right? Okay,
Yes.
I was going to introduce you, but you introduce yourself first. Meet Eos, one of our beautiful ambassadors and a genius in terms of developing. Hey, Alice, how you
It
doing?
is nice to be here.
You know that this nice guy was telling me a lot of time ago that we should do something together regarding V4, and I was like, okay, let's wait for if London occurs. Let's wait for more document for the people. Let's waiting for more. We can say interest and the time comes. He was preparing something for us, and he will let us know how to build a hook and other magical tricks, as I can say, since I'm not a developer. So I'm really looking forward to that.
There was a
And
secret.
go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead.
I will do a workshop about hooks after short brief of PancakeSwap V4 by Annie and Chef Fran. We will focus on how to develop hook most today.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
nice. We'll be looking about this code that Aosie is gonna prepare. It's gonna be building on live workshop today. We are gonna start, Chef Fran and me explaining a little bit what is V4, what all the new things brings, the possibilities that we can do with that. And yeah, and later we go ahead with this workshop about developing hooks.
As Annie said, our idea for this Pancake Talks is a little bit different. We usually talks about the market trends and some PancakeSwap news, but since PancakeSwap before is kind of an extend topic, we are going to let that part aside and just do first a small and super brief introduction of what PancakeSwap before is and what benefits brings for every part in the chain, we can say, in the chain of users, developers, DeFi products. But if you want to go deeper on that, don't just hear what we are going to say in terms of theory. You can go with our before landing page and you will find documents. You will find the video that you already saw. A big shout out to our chef Leon. He made a awesome piece of art in that video. But yeah, we are just
Yeah,
going to do a first a brief introduction and then let Aosi to explain his part in deep. So we are not going to take so much time. If you are eager for know more about PancakeSwap before in terms of documents, go to our before landing page and you will find everything you need.
yeah, that presentation was amazing. Cheers to
Yeah,
Chef Leo.
completely. Yeah, yeah,
Engine
he's
for
a
newbies.
genius. Okay, let me. I need to say I borrowed some slides of this presentation from Chef Momo. He did a nice presentation in the East London. So I just want to say what is PancakeSwap before, and you, Annie, and you also can stop me whenever you want or uh, saying anything, chime in with anything you want. But I will try to be as dummy as I can, as I am, but for try to bring the explanation to the lowest level of understanding, since that's how I like to explain the things because that's how I understand the things. So for trying to break our brains, there is Aus there, so he will explain things that much difficult to understand. But this part, I want to be understandable for everyone. But what is PancakeSwap V4 in simple terms? It's an update on the AMM that brings with it integrations for both developers and DeFi protocols, so they can create customized functions for liquidity pools or introduce new functions. And all of that is built on top of PancakeSwap. So it's customized and it's open to anyone who wants to build. I think that's the main thing here, being from the community perspective. It's like we are opening the possibilities to everyone to come and build on top of us. And I'm not trying to read the slide, so maybe I will say things that are not into the slide. But okay, PancakeSwap V4 separates the accounting logic from the AMM and implements. This is maybe difficult to explain, so I will. Annie, I remember you made a really good explanation on this last time, but it implements a three-tier modular architecture that consists of vaults, pool managers, and hooks. And this allows an easier integration of evolving and AMM paradigms without requiring a complete protocol overhaul. Want to chime in a little bit, Annie, on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's complicated, so I will try to make it simple. So
yeah, like if we were drinking some beers at some point.
Yeah. So basically, we are going to talk here about the architecture that is something crucial in V4. So we have different layers, a three-layer architecture on V4. In one of the layers, we can think we have the vault, and we have all the assets in there, like ETH, stable coins like USDC, USDT, BNB, Cake, and this will be like the accounting layer. So we have all the assets there. Okay, another layer of this architecture will be the AMM layer, and we call it a pool manager. A very good thing that we have with V4 is that we can integrate multiple AMM models. Like, for example, we have V3 concentrated liquidity. This is one AMM model that we will be having on the launch of V4. And we will have another one available on the launch, that is the liquidity book AMM. This will work similar to a book order in a central exchange, more or less, for everybody to understand. It will match the sells and the buys on a price. And this liquidity book is something very good to have zero slippage on a certain price range, very small, that we call them bins. Okay, so the good thing is that in this AMM layer is open for innovation. So imagine new ways of AMM will emerge in the future. We can integrate them in this AMM layer. So this is very cool because we are open for innovation there, and because, like Chef Fran said, we are open for people to come and build on top of PancakeSwap. That is something that we need. And finally, we can talk about the last of the layers. The third one will be the custom layer. In this custom layer, we will have the liquidity pools. Everybody knows here more or less what is the liquidity pools. When you pair the assets like Ethereum with USDC, BNB with USDC, BNB with Cake, all that. We have a very special tool here that will allow customization and personalization of the liquidity pools that is called the hooks. Okay, and this is one of the topics we will be touching in this workshop. So basically, this is a summary of the architecture that will be on the V4. Just to remind everybody, the first accounting layer with the vault, the second, the AMM layer with different MM models, and the third layer is the custom layer, mainly with the hooks and the liquidity pools. Yeah, that's a summary from my side.
Yeah, you're awesome, man. Thanks. I couldn't never explain as simple and as slowly and understandable. So I will miss the terms. Thank you, thank you. Okay, as you mentioned, the hooks, the custom pull times. Of course, another big part is the gas optimizations. And what's the meaning of this, or why we are doing this? It's because PancakeSwap V4, it's flexible, it's adaptive, and it's scalable. It's like the crypto trilemma, right? And sorry, and it's flexible because extends liquidity pool functionality, as you mentioned. It's adaptive because support new MM models. For example, the liquidity book you mentioned that is going to be live with the CLAMM, too much letters to pronounce, the liquidity concentrated that we already know. And it's scalable because implements gas optimization techniques. And yeah, I don't want to enter in any specifically in any one of these, since this is a workshop and not an AM. I forgot how to speak. And ask me anything serious. Sorry, I brain fart. And trying to be super fast. PancakeSwap V4, in a nutshell, it's, as I told you, for every part in the chain. Not talking about the blockchain, talking about it's for all the participants in this, for developers and protocols who are going to build on top of us, but also for traders and liquidity providers. We can tell a little bit more about, but for liquidities and protocols. I'm seeing the why so low persons on live, and yes, a lot low persons on YouTube, but we are also streaming on Twitter, and we passes the 1,000 visualizations. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to get people to come and see this. That's a sad part, but we are here to explain. So, and it's going to be recorded and it's going to be kept on our YouTube playlist. We are going to create a playlist. Oh no, I'm not Russian. I'm like 15,000 kilometers away, or something like that. But thanks. I will go to Russia once, I think. Okay, for developers and protocols, as Annie mentioned, hooks and new MM models also leverage the PancakeSwap user base and deep liquidity. Remember, at the end of the day, we are on decentralized exchange. We need liquidity to survive. It's a no-brainer situation. And a new thing that I think Aosie is going to mention you later, that creating revenue stream through hook fees, and he will tell us how hooks works. But there is monetary incentive in the middle of that it will be super attractive for protocols developers or anyone who is going to build on top of us. And for traders or liquidity providers, as Annie mentioned, the variety of AMM designs, if it's liquidity book, if it's concentrated liquidity, or any other new AMM model that is going to be able to integrate and not just delete one in order to use another, just leaving all together. A range of features that I remember the chefs mentioned in the before AMA in case you want to check it, like impermanent loss mitigation. Yeah, impermanent loss, which is a pain in the neck, could be mitigated as much as possible with PancakeSwap V4. MAV protection, order types, and a lot of new features. And of course, in terms of gas optimization, stream operation, and gas savings, we can talk about singleton contract. We can talk about flash accounting later. And I will like, Annie, if you want to share that image and explain a little bit of the advantages, just to finalize the intro part, and we can let Aos to talk.
Okay, but I don't have the image to share.
Okay,
Let me,
let me.
if you can share it, please, and then I can.
Yes,
Well,
of course. Yes, I have it here. Let me.
perfect. So yeah, it's interesting all the possibilities that V4 brings. One of the things I know will be amazing is the different possibilities that is with the position managers. I believe that is something that will come in the future. Like the cache optimization allows the position managers to rebalance the positions frequently, and with what are we seeing right now with automatizations, like automatizations to move the range and all this kind of stuff. I believe that's something very interesting to bring with V4 together. So we have the image now, so I'm gonna focus on it. We have here the different features, advantage, and the stakeholders, the different actors, let's say, that we have. For example, we have the feature of custom pool types. That means with this modular architecture that I was explaining previously, we have this special accounting and AMM layers that we can configure like in different forms. Let's say we can use the different models depending of the use cases or the assets we want to use. So as I was explaining, there are different models like the concentrate liquidity, the liquidity book AMMs that will be supported at launch, but more can be added. What are the advantages of this customization of the pool types? Well, the most basic one is that we can support any model that allows customization of hooks without a core protocol reimplementation. And we will implement the first ever liquidity book AMM with hooks. That's very important and innovative.
And there you can say, what is a hook?
Well, the hook is a feature that as they are smart contracts. They are extremely deployable, so they can be built with code, like Aosie will show later, and they execute predefined logic. Like different examples can be only users that have done certain things, or only people that have this NFT, or only people that did these tasks, whatever, can add liquidity to certain pool, things like that. So
Yeah,
that's
I like to think about hooks like maybe I'm a little bit old, but I remember downloading music like a lot of time ago in Winamp or those programs like the first P2P programs, and you could add add-ons into you could install plugins, add-ons, a lot of things to make the the app looks better, or those stuff like externally made by the community, and giving some kind of interaction or maybe change in terms of visuals, in terms of adding small features, not on the core, but yes, on the some part of the process. I like to think about hooks like add-ons, like things do that community, for example, developers or any one external on PancakeSwap can create, and all the users can benefit from it. It's super low explanation, super land to the air, but I like to see it in that way.
yeah, totally agree. And these hooks really open a world of possibilities. Everything that you can imagine mostly is like open the flexibility to deploy any custom logics, and that enrich a lot the liquidity pools experience. And yeah, it opens many possibilities. uh,
And we have only two more things to discuss. One is singleton contract, and one is flat accounting. Just to tell a little bit what singleton contract is, you can think about that the all pool contracts are consolidated into one contract. And of course, a no-brainer, what happens is if we are going to interact with just one contract instead of 100, it's like they reduce the gas cost, the cost for pool creation in a 99%, and massive gas savings if you are doing multiple swaps. For us, simplifies the pool creation and management, and offers flexibility to support the multiple AMM designs to diverse market needs. Why? Because eliminates token transfers between contracts, because you are always talking about one single contract, because it uses mapping data to record pool state. This is a little bit more complicated, don't pay too much attention. And it has an independent singleton contract implementation for each pool type or AMM style. I think EOS can talk us a little bit more about that, but as far as I understand, and my understanding is not super technical, being in one single contract reduces a lot of interactions in terms of new adding new hashes into the blockchain, so it reduces gas cost. IOS can correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to explain a little bit more flash accounting before we let this genius work.
yeah. So these two features, singleton and flash accounting, at the end are very simple to understand for most of the users of PancakeSwap, that they do swaps and provide liquidity. At the end, what they will see is that they will benefit because the reduction of gas will be massive. So that's very good, and they will realize because that. So better user experience, they pay less for swapping, for providing liquidity. So very nice. And then if you want to go deep a little bit about the technology, you can understand singleton and flash accounting. In flash accounting, basically, uh, there are. I will explain again my example of the beer. When imagine you are in a pub drinking beer, and every time you want to order a beer, you need to pay. What you can do is open a tab with the waiter. You say, okay, at the end of the night, I will pay you all the beers that I drink tonight, and I only need to do one transaction with you. Instead of paying every time I order a beer, I only pay you one time. So at the end of the day is this kind of packaging transactions and make it only in one. This is very easy to understand. Like you are making a package and you send all the transaction together in only one transaction. Yeah,
Nice,
that's it. I
nice.
think.
I don't know what happened and who is saying that, but I don't know. Be careful, Annie.
You can make the example with water also.
But it wouldn't be as fun as with beers. But yeah, I love that example. I think I steal you with for talking with my friends and talking with people about that because it's super simple. And at the end, unless you are a developer or unless you want to understand completely the logic, it's what you need. Like realize that it's a gas saving because you are doing a lot of things into one instead of doing it again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we
Yes.
touched the basics things of V4, and I think if everybody's ready, we can
It is
move
my time.
for the Aosie time. Yeah,
Yes,
that's ready,
thanks.
developers.
Thanks for introduction,
Okay.
guys.
The stage is yours. So delight us with your
Mm,
presentation, sir.
Wish me luck. Okay. Shefran, can you approve my screen sharing? Thanks, Josh. Okay, let's start. PancakeSwap V4 introduces a powerful new feature called hooks, which allows developers to customize and enhance the functionality of their liquidity pools. These hooks are smart contract functions that can be triggered at various points during the lifecycle of liquidity pool operations. Let me describe what are the lifecycle functions. Firstly, initialization hooks. Before interlace and after interlace, they enable additional setup loggage when liquidity is created. Then, liquidity management hooks. Before add, remove liquidity, and after add, remove liquidity. These hooks to check what will happen after liquidity managements. Then, swap operation hooks. Before swap and after swap, these hooks are triggered before and after swap operations. They are okay for implementing dynamic fees, restriction swap access to specific users, or creating VIP programs. As I know, Chef Misty created a Avson hook. Lastly, donation hooks. Before donate and after donate. These hooks for the airdrop to liquidity. Okay. Finally, thanks to Chevron and Anset, we learned what are the hooks very well. Now we will develop a hook, only squad holders. The main idea of these hooks is to increase the value of the squad NFTs and create a more engaging and rewarding experience for all dedication NFT holders. As a starting point, creating a fair flow chart before building the hook or coding anything is crucial, as it provides a clear plan and structure. Let me explain to you the purpose more. The primary goal is to create a special pool on PancakeSwap V4 that only squad NFT holders can access. It is real utility. Let's focus on what are the steps. Step 1. Squad hook utilization. The process begins with the squad hook. Step 2. Swap by user. When a user tries to swap in this VIP pool, the hook will trigger it. Step 3. Check if user has a squad NFT. The hooks checks if the user holds a squad NFT. If yes, it will allow swap. If no, revert transaction with no squad owner error. Since we are okay with flowchart, we can start building squad ownership. I will open GitHub page. Yes, we are live. In GitHub, firstly, let's go to PancakeSwap V4 hook template GitHub repo, where we can download the template. This repo contains files prepared by the chefs. It is easier to modify these files than starting from scratch really. You can download the files by either downloading zip or by using terminal. Go to your folder and git clone and URL. Yes, we are live. To use git command, also you should install git terminal. I will use VS Code in this tutorial as a collaborating application. It is most known IDE in the world. Also, in the extension settings, you guys should install Solidity extension. Typo. To syntax highlights and also checking errors and more. In source folder, in pull CL folder, there is CL counter console. First, and selecting line specifies the version of the Solidity compiler that should be used. Here, it is version 0.8.24. Also, I will show Sol version in Foundry in root folder. They should same. Different versions do not love each other. Those are imports. Pull key is type, balance delta is type, pull ID and pull ID library is type. ICL pull manager is interface. CL base hook is Solidity contract. I will check this warning. Squad ownership is a contract that check is swapper as a squad. Yes, that's true. I will also import NFT contract here. Import from OpenZeppelin contracts token ERC721 interface ERC721 oh. In the real world, the origin address of transaction may be smart routers, 3D party swap platforms like OneInch or ProCoin. That's why it is not production ready only for education purposes. I will change contract name. I will define squad contract. It's not ready, bro. I will also define error message. Mapping in Solidity acts like a hash table or dictionary or daily book. These are used to store the data. I will delete all. We don't need them. An immutable means in Solidity a variable which we define in construction station and it will never change after deployment. I will pass also address, squad address to contract. This function getHooks registration bitmap returns a bitmap, a compact representation of permissions, indicating which hooks are enabled. In this case, we will use only before swap, as we according to our plan. I will delete those. Only shiny before swap function. If squad contract balance of transaction origin message sender as 0 NFT revert not squad owner. Otherwise, return selector as it is successful. Okay, we are ready. Our contract is ready. Now maybe I can answer some questions in comments. No question. Okay. I will talk about how to create tests. Fun fact, coding is 1% writing code and 99 checking and fixing bugs, especially in crypto where safety comes first. That's why we carefully write tests to ensure everything works correctly. To create tests, we use Foundry.
I think I will need to repeat this episode like 10 times to at least get what you are doing, sir.
Can you say again, sir?
Now, Fran is saying that he will need to see the video again multiple times to understand all this. Just
Okay. Foundry is a comprehensive smart contract development toolchain. Foundry manages your dependencies, compiles your project, runs tests, deploys, and lets you interact with the chain from the command line. I will focus on the cheat codes. We need this function because we will prank an address has or hasn't squad token. Function prank address as parameter. Moreover, since hook generates an error, if there is no squad, we will use VM expert revert to correct this error in this test scenario. If the next call does not revert with the expert data message, then expert revert will. Now it is time to write in the test. This line specifies the version of Solidity. We will add mock ERC 721 also. So that we can create mock NFTs as we don't have a squad in our test environment. So it is a squad printer. Also, I want to share Soulmate's library. He has a lot of mockups, weird tokens, monopods. There is more here. One more reminder. You should remove the sources. You can check here in Foundry documentations. Otherwise, your contract will not say your solid imports. I will change the name of contract. I will change the define of the contract. I will change the name of the variable. I will create a new NFT token. Name of the collection. Symbol of collection. I will create a wallet address. An instance of pool cake, currency 0 and currency 1, and squad contract. Now it is time to set up.
I have one question, Aosie. Let me ask you one thing here. You think it's possible, for example, creating this hook, allowing only maybe some specific NFTs of the collection, like for example, only the ones that have a specific, I don't know, color or whatever, something like this. Like,
Okay, let me explain. It is test and paste. You should set that in the real Solidity hook contract. You are defining here as immutable, so it can change. Only will work. Squad address you will pass in the construction. So it is only for one collection.
so in this case, will be not possible.
Yes, but if you add more collection and add more if statements or anything more, you can do that. Your idea depends on your imaging world.
Okay. Yeah, I get you now. Yeah, thanks. You can continue now.
Thanks, Sash. Now it is time. Now time is creating setup function. We do this function for the Playtest tokens. Create liquidity and initialize the state before tests are run. This line calls a function deploy contracts with tokens that deploys and returns token contracts. Currency 0 and currency 1. We will deploy our contract in test arrow environment as in our type. Also, we should pass our address to the out. I will change hook name. Also here. There are tokens in the pool. It is hook that pool will use. It is fee rater. It is pool manager we import from here. They are parameters from getHooks regression bitmap. Now I will mint the testnet tokens. Or I can copy from here. Word use Ether. 100 Ether. Also for currency one. And add liquidity. I will change the numbers of input tokens since I want deep liquidity. Negative 60 or positive 60 means price range. I will delete all of them. Test, took out, olmuş. Also, we will start ranking SCAT. So we can send the transaction SCAT, transaction origin. We will upload the smart router. For also currency 0. I will airdrop the or testnet token to cat address. Word 1000 Ether. To sum up, it deploy tokens, it deploy hook contract, it create pool key, it start the pool, it mint tokens to pool address, it create liquidity, it acts like cat, it is approving from cat address, and also it is minting new tokens to cat address. Now I will start the test squad owner function. It should be public because Foundry only see public functions. I will also mint NFT token to this address. This line means it is minting squad to address, cat of address, and it is token ID. This function for swapping 0 for mean it will sell 0 and buy 1. It is destination of transaction. Recipient address should be cat. Amount in 1 Ether. I will do same thing to non-squad holder. There is no squad token. Also we will export revert from more contract. That's all, we are ready. Now it is time to test. Sir Papa Frank,
Thanks, Aos. You're a master. Want to say something about the grant program? Since it's more orientated to you than me, for example.
while it is installing, can you talk about grant program of developers? I will explain your question.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Uh, First, before saying anything else, I would like to say thank you for explaining the Annie, me, and the community how to how to build a hook. I'm not sure I understood all the phases. The theory looks amazing. On the practice, it's not. But yeah, no. I want you to tell me about the grant program. I know you have been contacting some devs. You have been doing some research on that. Yeah, tell me what you think about the program, if you can.
Okay, this hook VA code is very simple as you know, so I don't think it deserves a reward. However, if somebody can create something better using their imagination and skills, they should upload their hook to GitHub repo and fill out our submission form. Thanks to this form, they can apply to our hook submission. Also, we are grant program. We have grant program 500,000 in USD cake. My name is Aosie. Alone. Private pool. It checks as a user to collection. Same. After upload to GitHub. Telegram. Aoshima. Twitter. Aoshima. That's all. They can earn money and make money by doing that.
Nice. Yeah, I think there is a huge economical part behind hooks that not only helps all the PancakeSwap users and the developers, but also in terms of hook fees. I have a question for you, Ayos. How do you think the hook fees can help both PancakeSwap and the developers? How the fee in terms of hook works? I just
Okay.
the developers. Yeah, go ahead. I will add more questions later.
Okay. I see people only forking PancakeSwap frontend and deploying their contract to networks, and they are only forking PancakeSwap. They stealing vampire attacks from other decks, and they wanna create their own decks. In this way, they can create their decks easily with PancakeSwap hooks.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any? Do you have any question about for to do it to our genius at work right now?
Yeah, one question I don't remember. We have probably there. There is any period of time that finish this submission of the hooks, or when, how long the developers have to submit these hooks?
Grant program is open until next announcement by Kitchen. There is no deadline at the moment.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So, and imagine if there is any developers here watching, what are your recommendations maybe to start with this program, or what they should do?
Okay. Firstly, they should check those documentations and then
Yeah, these are the GitHub, and well, the V4 white paper is usually read the document available and all the GitHub repo.
also they should read all those blogs. Also, they should. It is not okay in official channel, but I will do. They can check this repo in the GitHub to learn what people coded in the past.
Okay.
Also, in social media, Telegram, Twitter, or Discord, they can ask directly questions to us.
Perfect. So you can reach us on Telegram, Discord, even on X, any social media. We are there, PancakeSwap, and just try to reach any of our PancakeSwap ambassadors, and we can guide you. Okay. So that's easy solution. But if you are more freelance and you want to do it by yourself, you can follow these steps, like going to the website, read all the docs, and going to GitHub, and yeah, that's
Also,
yeah.
I am going to share this tutorial as written version in PancakeSwap blogs if Chef Run approve my request. They
Yes,
can
sir.
they can they can check wall code here and run test, and maybe they can watch the video again, or they can ask directly questions to me.
That's really, really, really great, Eos. Again, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for preparing this workshop. Thank you for letting us know how to build a hook. And I will look forward to create something on blog for it. Let's discuss about it at the end of the session.
You are welcome, sir. Thanks to you.
Okay, I think we can wrap up here. We had an amazing time, as always, with you, Annie, and also with the new integration of our dev ambassador, Aosie. Annie, go ahead if you want to say something.
Just another Pancake Talks successful. Thank you this time, special to Aosie for preparing all this workshop and showing us a little bit more from a different perspective. It's a bit different this time on the Pancake Talk. But as you know, before is open for all developers to build. Is important part in our future of PancakeSwap. So yeah, that was a very nice introduction to before, and then a bit deep on the code thing, how to build a hook. Thank you everybody that was here during this workshop. I appreciate everybody.
Happy building, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice rest of the day, night, or afternoon, and see you in the next episode of Pancake Talks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.